When we think smartwatch, we generally think Apple or Samsung, as they have led the smartwatch market over the years. And quite frankly, they still kinda do, but they are not the only game in town. We have reviewed over 30 smartwatches to give you the most current data to help you make an informed decision. Hey, I'm Jim with Techie Tech News, and these are the best smartwatches of 2025. Links to these products will be provided in the description box below, and please like, comment, and subscribe for more product review videos. At Techie Tech News, we evaluate products for you, so you don't have to. Samsung Galaxy Watch 7, Best Value Android Smartwatch. Unlike Samsung Galaxy Watch Ultra and the brand's Galaxy Ring, the Galaxy Watch 7 is more familiar. In a world of exciting designs, Samsung is sticking with a working formula that's been here on some of the best smartwatches like the Galaxy Watch 5 and the 2024's Galaxy Watch 6. But that's not a bad thing. Similar to Apple's approach with a standard Series 9 and an Ultra, the Galaxy Watch 7 is a refreshing bit of familiarity with some minor changes. Thanks to Samsung's first 3nm Exynos chip under the hood, much of the experience truly zips here. Applications, be it Spotify, messages, or workout, open quickly and processes wrap up pretty fast. This also powers some Galaxy AI features, but you do need a Galaxy smartphone to use them, and that includes the new Energy Score feature, which reminds us a lot of the Oura Ring. It's a welcome addition of the already highly accurate health and activity experience the Galaxy Watch has long offered, especially for workout and sleep tracking. We also really like the new gestures, which speed up the one-handed use of the Galaxy Watch, but that also means it's an iterative refresh for this year's model, a trend that Samsung has been continuing for several generations. Suffice it to say, the Galaxy Watch 7 is one of the best Wear OS smartwatches around, and especially if you have a Galaxy phone. Now, compared to the Ultra, it's the one for everyone. And in the future, if you need to find more tech deals, simply visit TechieTechDeals.com. Google Pixel Watch, Best Android Smartwatch. If you just look at the Google Pixel Watch 3 in its 41mm size, you will likely call it sleek, modern, and beautiful, although you might not expect there to be much that's new over the previous generation. That's because Google has stuck with the successful design that lets its wearables stick out from the crowd. What is new is that the Pixel Watch 3 is now available in two sizes, the 41mm of its predecessors and a new 45mm option. Both sizes sport the classic polished Pebble look, and they feel very comfortable on your wrist. It's a nearly perfect design, aside from sometimes being clunky to use band mechanism on the back. Both displays are bigger, even on the smaller 41mm watch, which lets you do a lot more from your wrist. They're also easier to use outdoors thanks to the higher maximum brightness, and Wear OS has been optimized to let you take advantage of those larger screens. It's still as responsive as ever thanks to its Qualcomm processor that keeps things ticking along. The sensor stack on the back is accurate for workout tracking and other metrics, and a slew of new Fitbit features that are now on board. We can tell you that it is one of the best looking smartwatches around, and it delivers mostly excellent performance, except for the battery life on the 41mm model, which is lackluster. But still, for the stylish types and for those rocking an Android smartphone, this is perhaps the best smartphone to get if you're running on that platform. Garmin Venu 3, Best Alternative Smartwatch. The Garmin Venu 3 is the third in a trilogy of smartwatches which, unlike most movie trilogies, the third is actually the best of the bunch. In fact, this is one of the best Garmin watches outright. Like the rest of the Venu series, this is a pretty balanced blend of smartwatch and health tracker. Primarily, that means the Garmin Venu 3 looks great with a rich and colorful AMOLED screen that gives some of the best Apple Watches a run for their money. However, the Garmin lineup is one of the few that can actually run on either both watchOS or Wear OS, giving it another notch on its belt. And unlike the Apple Watches, which can only go a scant 18 to 36 hours without a recharge, This watch can last for up to 2 weeks. What you don't get here are some of the more premium running features, like the training readiness score, race predictor, like you would get on the Garmin Forerunner 265 for example. But you do get the advanced sleep tracking and suggestions, an evening report, unique wheelchair user-specific training metrics, and more health insights. This watch also features a speaker and microphone, meaning you can take calls from a connected phone right there on your wrist. It also means the mediation training is more immersive with audio guidance, music, and more. So while this may be on the expensive side for a Garmin watch, without premium training features, this does manage to offer a lot of smartwatch style and capability, like GPS tracking, offline Spotify, and contactless pay, while also focusing on lifestyle tracking all day and night. Apple Watch Series 10 Best Apple Smartwatch. We can talk all day about the Apple Watch Series 10 and its new off-angle viewing screen, sleep apnea abilities, training loads, and the ability to measure dive depth. However, we know the real reason this Apple Watch is the best, and it might be the only smartwatch that you will ever really want. In the decade that we've been using and reviewing smartwatches, they've certainly grown in size and weight, reaching an apex with the Apple Watch Ultra 2 and the Samsung Galaxy Ultra. These are beefy digital timepieces intended for rugged outdoor use and for climbing Mount Everest itself. Now, we've never understood why people who are not great outdoors people would want to buy or wear them, and you could just about forget sleeping with them. It is almost impossible unless you like tying a rock to your wrist and sleeping with it. Now, there is a new trend in the smartwatch game though: big, thin, and light. For me, it started with the 65mm Google Pixel Watch 3. Now, I've worn the last 2 generations, and while I love the smooth water droplet design, at times I was frustrated with the big screen and the thickness. For such a pretty watch, it wasn't always comfortable to wear. The Pixel Watch 3 and 45mm changed that by introducing a much larger and brighter screen, and a thinner and quite lighter 37-gram build. Now, I forgot that I could sleep with this watch with considering putting aside the Apple Watch Series 9 for good, but then came along the Apple Watch Series 10 with its 46mm frame. Overall, this watch is definitely the best Apple smartwatch to get. Comfortable to wear, easy to use, and has all the apps that you would need. A clear winner. Apple Watch Ultra 2, the ultimate Apple smartwatch. The original Apple Watch Ultra was the most radical redesign to the watch that Apple has ever attempted. It was something entirely new, a great innovation, one that was celebrated, and the best Apple Watch we've ever seen. The Apple Watch 2 is also very good, because it's mostly the same watch. It has a brighter screen, but it also has Apple's new S9 SiP chip, and the watchOS 10 operating system are what brings the most to the changes. The S9 chip, just like it does on the Apple Watch Series 9, allows for a selection of new features, such as the impressive hands-free double-tap control. This innovative new gesture allows you to start workouts, dismiss timers, answer calls, and do more, all hands-free. A smatter of other features, including Siri, no longer needing to connect to the cloud, while a couple of alterations to the Depth app round out the changes. It also stepped up its eco-credentials, with recycled material both inside and outside of the watch. New bands also share the ethos of the increased emphasis of sustainability fostering its new design. However, when it comes to the Apple Watch 2's core mission, the Apple Watch to take with you into the wilderness and under the sea, very little has actually changed. There has been no battery life extension, no workout functionalities, or navigation innovations that you can't also get in the original Ultra, thanks to the watchOS 10. It's still an amazing Apple Watch, probably the best in fact, from a specifications perspective, and a definite contender for one of the best smartwatch guides. But it's falling into the same cycle of small annual updates as the standard Apple Watch models. So even though this is the best Apple iWatch that you can buy, we feel it's time for Apple to start thinking about innovation in the near future. Samsung Galaxy Watch Ultra, best premium Android smartwatch. The Samsung Galaxy Watch Ultra is, to be clear, Samsung's best smartwatch ever from a technical standpoint. It's bigger, tougher, and lasts longer. It takes Samsung's usual design and just flips it on its head. adding the endurance watch twist, even more so than the adventure-focused Samsung Galaxy Watch 5 Pro did when it debuted a couple of years ago. Everything about the design has changed to give this watch a more rugged feel. The strap is thicker, more durable, and harder wearing. The watch's outer casting is now scratch-proof titanium, and the round watch face has been mounted onto a squarish style housing that Samsung is calling the cushion. The usual two buttons are here, but squeezed beneath the new protective case surrounding the buttons is another orange button, which Samsung called a quick button, presumably because action button was already taken by the Apple Watch Ultra. Alright, so there's no getting around it. Samsung has been copying Apple's homework, and the comparison between the Samsung Galaxy Watch Ultra and the Apple Watch Ultra are unavoidable. Even the naming conventions are the same, and I mean, they do look similar. They both have similar features with more accurate GPS, emergency sirens, a new night mode with red illumination, and a battery life that's slightly too short to last you for a weekend in the wilderness. However, during testing over a week of wearing the watch, we found that the Watch Ultra was actually easy and ergonomic to use. It was comfortable on the wrist, and it also has an impressive list of features, even discounting the smorgasbord of options you get as a Wear OS user. Samsung's upgraded sleep and recovery scores boasted by a Galaxy AI also makes the watch pretty damn good at what it does, and you can stand to wear it overnight actually, though it's not the most comfortable thing to wear while sleeping. Now it is priced pretty high too, considering that there's no real screen upgrade here. And when looked at side by side with Apple's now 2-year-old Ultra concept, it does look very derivative. However, considering the isolation, it looks like the best smartwatch Samsung has ever produced. And considering that it's actually in a reasonable $499 price tag for what you're getting, this is definitely the best premium Android smartwatch. Folks, we hope you've enjoyed this well-reviewed list of smartwatches, with one being right for you. Still, if you're unsure as which model that you should choose, just comment down below and I will personally assist you. Also remember that Amazon has an excellent return policy to help you minimize your risk. And please let us know which smartwatch you would choose. Links to all these items will be posted in the video description box below, and when you're done, check out the next video.